sure. I mean, what if she'd rather have something else above everything else?
Please, let's not argue. We have enough trouble as it is. Without arguing among ourselves, look, it's snowing outside and it's covering the ground.
Oh, I wish I could see it. I bet it's just beautiful.
Yeah, just wait until tomorrow after all the traffic is driven through it, all the soot and ash have a chance to settle in. It's real beautiful then.
And just look, those children over there are playing in it. Look over there. That one doesn't even have his coat on. Isn't that just like a little boy? Just look at those little hands all of that snow. You'd think it wasn't even cold.
I tried sleeping in it for a couple of nights.
Does it show any signs of letting up? I hope the boys haven't noticed it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tell my son just to let them sleep, not even tell them about the snow. And then in the morning, I'm going to go in and wake them up and say, just look at the wonderful present your old grandpa brought you. Then I'll throw open the curtain, and there to be. Yes, sir, they'll know their old grandpa loves them.
Sure they will. Maybe you can throw in a couple of rainbows and a nest of bluebirds too. Why don't you face it, old man? You ain't going home. You're stuck here. Ditched. Deserted. Got it?
I don't know what you're talking about. You nurse, you tell him. You tell him I'm going home, you tell him I'm going home.
I hope he's satisfied with what little hope he has. He definitely doesn't have it now. You seem to that. So are you proud of yourself, Mr. Detroit Louie?
I've had enough of this. Come on, Harry. I'm fed up to here with a bunch of them. You ain't fooling me with this Christmas pitch. It's a crutch, that's what it is. Just like the one that you walk on, old man. You can't face reality, so you live in a dream world. You say, they won't shut me out, it's Christmas. They wouldn't do a thing like that on Christmas. And you say I can't face them now, it's Christmas, and then you try the pills, and you can't even do that. And you, why don't you stop kidding yourself? You're blind now. You've always been blind. And 10,000 Christmases from now won't change a thing. Come on, Harry.
Mr. Louie, I mean it now, even more. I don't care if I ever see it again. It just doesn't matter. But I would like to see one thing, though. I don't want to get eyes wide open when it happens. And it will. Just as sure as there's a God in heaven, Christmas will come to Detroit Louie.
Tell you, it's on it now. The electric eel caper was bad enough. This one even tops that.
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear nothing. What'd it sound like?
Kind of soft and pretty, like a harp playing maybe.
Well, if it was a harp, then you better listen real closely, because I don't imagine you'll be hearing any more harps playing anytime soon.
I don't feel so good. I think I better sit down.
You two
Don't
now.
talk about no harps no more, Louie. I don't feel so good either.
What do we do now? You just bestowed our Christmas blessing on a pickpocket and robbed a little blind girl of her happiness. I don't know if that's enough. Turn us out of wings or not. But it's a pretty good day's work for you.
Well, I don't care what it is. I still think I chose right. This Christmas, if Christ came into the world to live and die for his kind of people, I only think it proper on his birthday to introduce him to one of them.
Well, look at him. There he sits, out of our TV masses, and you had to choose him. Isn't he darling?
Something bad's wrong with me, Harry. Even you're starting to look good to me.
I don't care if he is in my pocket. I still think I chose right.
What happens to them now? He could have touched one of them and opened a whole new world for them. What happens to him? He'll die of a broken heart when the New Year's ended, if they confine him to a dim prison they call a rest home.
But don't you see? Their needs are on the outside, daily needs. What if she died tonight? Tomorrow you get a Christmas gift that far surpasses imagination. And her, what if she never does behold this old world? Will that dim the glory of heaven when she beholds it? Louie's needs are on the inside. Why do you think his name was ever recorded in our records? Simply because nobody ever bothered calling a prayer for him before. I may have to pitch right back, because Christmas is coming to Detroit Louie.
Listen, listen. Do I hear bells?
It couldn't be. That couldn't be sleigh bells.
Oh, it's him! It's him! I gotta see the reindeer!
Hello, everyone. Mind if I come in and warm for a minute?
Come on in. You can sit down right here, sweetie.
Thank you.
Was that you out there ringing all them bells?
Yes, it was. We put a pot out for the orphans. The other worker must have gone home sick. I have to take over him as soon as I get the notice out of my hands. My ringing didn't scare you, did it?
No. Kind of freaked out the blind girl, though.
Why, Mr. Nashville, you were singing a Christmas carol.
What, son? Can't a guy sing to himself when he wants to?
But a Christmas carol?
Is that a Bible you have there, or are you some kind of minister?
Yes, I guess you could call me something like that. See, we have a preaching headquarters, and we have to serve it out on the street. Some witness, some preach. Me, I just sit on the corner and ring a bell.
But why did you pick this corner? I'd be surprised if anybody contributed to your part. I would think they would be stealing from it.
Yeah, it was a hasty decision. Well, I better get back out there. Wait a minute, I almost forgot. I can't take anything from anyone without giving something in return. Can I do anything for you folks?
All we did was offer you a chair. You didn't owe us anything.
Yes, I do. You offered me warmth and fellowship on Christmas. What more could a girl ask for? I'll tell you what, since I do have my Bible this Christmas, I'll just read you a Christmas story.
I don't know about that. What about it, Mr. Louie?
Oh, huh? Oh, yeah, go ahead. It's a free country, ain't it?
After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, in Judah, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east come to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star in the east, and we have come to worship him." When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all of Jerusalem with him. When he had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them, "Where is this Christ to be born?" "In Bethlehem in Judah," they replied. "For this is what the prophet has written. But you in Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you will come a ruler, and will be a shepherd of my people Israel." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found out the exact time the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and make a careful search for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me, so that I too may go and worship him." After they had heard the kings, they went on their way, and they had seen the star in the east. It went right above them and stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the star with his mother Mary, and they bowed down to worship him. Then they opened their treasures and presented them the gifts of gold and myrrh. Having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to the country by another route.
What a beautiful story. It seems to get prettier every time I hear it.
Yep, and just that little innocent babe laying in the manger. Just think of that.
And the star. Just think of the star. Just hanging there silently in the sky. Wow, they could see it for miles and miles.
You mean to tell me that someone just made that whole thing up about the reindeer?
Are you sure that's the Christmas story? I think the same one they've been reading me all these years.
Yeah, it's the same one. Maybe this is the first time you've actually listened to it. Well, I've done my part. Merry Christmas to you all.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Hey, wait a minute, lady. One thing puzzles me about that story. If these three guys rode all them days to find the baby, and gave all them gifts, and went back empty-handed, how come they call them the three wise men?
That's another one of God's mysteries, Louie. When you just have to think about that one yourself. When the answer comes to you, then you'll have to keep Christmas.
What kind of answer was that?
Hey, there ain't no pot out there at all. None.
strange. I didn't see one when I came in either.
You know, she was a strange one, wasn't she? I haven't ever heard anyone breathe with so much feeling. I could have listened to her all night.
I didn't think of it then. Did you notice there wasn't even any snow on it? We didn't have any snowflakes on her at all.
Oh, well, there's no sense in worrying about it now. Come on, sweetie, would you like to get home and open your gifts before Christmas? Or would you like to tell everybody bye first?
Merry Christmas, everyone. I wanted to try to give every one of you. Well, I didn't get my gift either, did I? I'm going back just like I came. Oh well, maybe if I'd been burying gifts instead of seeking them, that would have gone back a different way.
That's it. That's it. That's what the woman said. Don't you see? That's what Christmas is really about. Don't you see? They were wise men.
Christmas is not all gifts and giving. You're leaving out the most important part. It's also the birth of Christ.
Forget that. But even then, that was a gift. God gave His Son. His Son gave His life. And death gave us hope.
I never thought of it like that. Things we give are Christmas gifts, I mean. When you think of it that way, they mean more than just tinsel, don't they?
We have a tendency to cheat him. He came and gave his life, and then all we did was push him in the background, put out those red shiny bikes and those pretty dolls to take his place.
He must have known how it would be. He must have known that the true Christmas spirit was dying with him. Come to think of it, every day he lived was like Christmas. He just went around giving everywhere he went.
And asked nothing in return.
Then as the evening shadows began to fall on Calvary, he knew that Christmas was stealing away. Remember what he said? It's finished.
Like a little girl after the last present has been opened. How you hate to think it's over. You've waited, you've planned, you've dreamed, and then suddenly it's finished. Christmas is gone.
Yeah, and all you have is an armful of wrapping paper clothes that don't fit, and the emptiest, awful feeling.
It don't have to be that way. Remember what the woman said about the key of Christmas? As long as we're receiving what is there, the wise men gave. That's the key to it all. Come on, Harry. It's Christmas.
Hey, I've got some good news. I've been holding that special.
Okay, you jerks, I've listened to you long enough. We're taking the dock here for a little ride. You ain't gonna have very much Christmas without it.
Careful, it's a rental.
You sit right down here until we bring you back, if you know what's good for you and him.
But wait a minute, where are you taking him?
Tell her, Harry.
Yeah. Like he said.
Oh, well, they're taking him for a ride. You know what that means? It's the end of the river for him.
It's not that bad. You've been watching too much television.
He didn't seem to be such a bad man.
He tried to act like one, but he really wasn't. Harry was the bad man, but he was just as tough as a baby kitten.
They work.
Well, what are we going to do about it? Should we call the police?
No, don't call the police. Something might happen. Then it'd be in real trouble. I don't seem to be going any place anywhere, so I'm just going to stay here.
Well, there they sit. Certainly give them a Christmas bell. Always remember.
You don't have to remind us about enough without you rubbing it in. Not coming back. I guess we better go ahead and go if we're going to make it in time for the Christmas party. But wait, you don't think that... Wait!
Betty, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Jimmy, what are you doing here?
Here now, you just sit there. You gotta be careful, especially now that...
You mean he told you, and you're not angry with me?
Angry? What do you think I am? I can't pass down the hallway without hollering Daddy into it to the echo.
Thank goodness you're still here. Let's go home, Dad.
Yes, please hurry. They're probably tearing down the house by now.
I don't understand. What took you so long, son? I still don't understand. They said someone broke into the house while we were gone. They didn't take anything. They just talked to the boys. Called himself Harry or something like that. Yeah. They told the boys that they won't let to get to see their grandpa anymore, even for Christmas. And it was going to be like that. All I know is he started a young war around our house.
Yes, please hurry. Every moment we wait makes it faster.
He didn't know what he was talking about, did he, son?
It's Harry, I mean.
No, Dad, he might have seemed that way for a while, but he didn't know.
Come on, Dad, let's go home.
Man, y'all have some nerve dragging me down here this late at night.
Here she is. This is one I was studying about.
This is the girl. Well, I think I can do the receiver. Have her in my office first thing Monday morning.
Well, it's just wonderful. Why don't we go celebrate? Would you like to go today with all the trimmings? Let's go. Well, what about me?
Well, I've got something for you. Life-size portrait of your ex-friend. And I've got it from your friend.
You don't mean it. For me? To keep? Well, let's go.
You feel better about yourself now, Louie?
Yeah. For the first time in my life, believe I do.
Well, what do we do from here? I sure hate to go out there in that cold snow.
I've been thinking, Eric, I wonder what would happen if we should bump into a policeman. Accidentally, I mean, and he recognizes us. Do you think we might?
You mean go back to prison? Oh, the warm beds, Christmas dinner, the whole gang.
And if we hurry, we might even get to hear Chump and read the Christmas story again. I think I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, let's go.